more. So like, yeah, you can unmute everyone, ma'am, so that whoever wants to ask a question, please do ask. Please do ask. Anyone. So the question, the platform is yours.
First of all, thank you so much. This was very interesting and made me think differently, especially about moksha. When you said that moksha is not something you aim for at the end of your life, but moksha is the here and now. How you free yourself from so many dependency aspects. That was very revealing, very informative. Thank you so much, sir. So it means that you don't have to wait till you become old and retired and then aim for, lose what you call it,
to
your
answer
interest.
To answer this point, yes. Nachiketa was 8 years old when he got liberation, not after death. 8-year-old boy, yes. In Kathopanishad. Yes. Yes. Satyakama Jabala was probably 10 or 12.
But then
have
again,
all kinds of people.
If we renounce all these things now, say I don't have desire for a car, for me the basics are enough. Then if everybody starts thinking like that, what happens then? If you all are free from desires and needs and aspirations and goals to get, because somewhere yes. Everything will be satiated.
I understood the question. Yes,
so
I understood the question.
Then what happens?
Very good question. Very good question. May I know your name, ma'am?
Sunita.
Sunita ಅವ್ರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. I'll tell it in Kannada so that everyone can understand. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಧರ್ಮ ಅರ್ಥ ಕಾಮವನ್ನ ಬಿಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ಕಥೆ ಏನು? What will happen to the world if everyone thinks about leaving out dharma artha kama and coming to moksha? What will be the world look like? Two things I want to answer. One is a correction. Vedanta doesn't say leave dharma artha kama. Vedanta says transcend dharma artha kama. Transcending dharma artha kama is what Vedanta says. I'll give you an example. When you were a child, probably you liked balloons. You enjoyed balloons. One of the moment kuda balloon idre, you were very happy, and that was a source of joy for you. You started growing older and older. Now today, you like balloons. You don't hate balloons. You enjoy balloons. If you're playing with your child, or if you're playing with your grandchild, or if you're playing with any neighbor, anyone it could be. You enjoy playing with balloons with the child, but you're not dependent on it. Vedanta says you earn money, you have desires, but it should not be binding desires. You earn money, you share it with people. Let it not become a binding for you. Let it not make you a slave. Vairagya, that comes in one more session. So I don't want to go deep for this question itself. One is that. Second, if everyone becomes like this, everyone will not become. It's not my answer, it's Krishna's answer. Manushanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschinmam vetti tattvataha. Krishna in 7th adhyaya of Bhagavad Gita says, Saviraru Manusha, in thousands of people, there is one person who thinks about this Vedanta, who thinks about moksha. And out of those thousands of people, one will actually do it here and now. So in that sense, let everyone try. And if everyone tries for this, the world will become a better place to live. We need not go to Swarga or Brahmaloka. This will become Vaikunta, this will become Kailasa, because this will become a place where everyone coexist. I work for you, you work for me. Because I'm not working for my selfishness. I have for my needs. Whatever I have excess, I share it with others. Other person has something else in excess, he will share it with some other. So the world will become heaven here itself if everyone starts thinking. That can be the goal, vision of each and every person. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else? Please.
I had asked in the chat. My question was: is Vairagya the first step towards moksha?
Is Vairagya the first step towards moksha? This is there in one of the topic, so I'm not going to give you in detail, because as you have asked, I'll give you in 1 or 2 sentences. Vairagya is a must, but not the first. And definition of Vairagya is also important. Vairagya has different definitions. Many a times we say leaving and smashana Vairagya, where we feel depressed about life, I don't have anything to acquire. No. Vairagya has 2 meanings. Vigata raga, where it goes, you don't leave it. Vigata raga in Sanskrit means the raga, the likes and dislikes And raga includes dvesha also. Vigata raga and vigata dvesha, likes and dislikes. Love and hatred. Love means not love, attachment. Attachment and hatred. Both should go by itself. You should not leave it. You should never leave it. Vairagya happens. Out of what? You will learn in one more class. Second definition of Vairagya is Vishesha Anuraga, meaning special Anuraga, special attachment to the goal that you want. That's what we, even the modern management people say, no, start liking whatever you're doing. That is what is Vairagya. If you have an intense desire for moksha or intense desire for earning money, that is also Vishesha Anuraga for whatever the object. So you must have Vairagya, and what Vairagya is, how much intense it can be, it should be. We will discuss in other classes, but definitely Vairagya is important, but Vairagya has different connotations. We will learn it in the classes to come. Thank you.
Okay, I'll wait for that session then. Thank you so
I'll
much.
also wait for your question if you still have questions.
Thank you.
Yes.
Pramodji, Shambhu here. See,
Please,
my all these days, my understanding of moksha was that we come out of the cycle of life and birth. So that was the understanding I always had about moksha. But what you are saying is, we transcend the artha, kama, and dharma. So we are aware.
I'm not able to hear you. I'm not able to hear you. Hello? Hello, sir. Shambhu?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
In between, there was some disturbance.
Yeah, I know I got a call, so I think this.
Yeah, please go ahead. Sir. Please go
So
ahead.
what
Let
you're
it be
saying?
crisp. Yeah.
Yes. So it is not the coming out of this cycle of life and birth, but you're saying that we need to transcend the other three for Purusharthas. That's what you're saying, right?
100% what you told is also moksha. That is secondary. Just to give you an example, whenever you sow a mango seed, what is your desire? To grow a mango plant and eat a mango out of it.
Correct.
The secondary is you get shade out of it.
Okay.
100% moksha means no birth and death. Tomorrow you will see that also. That is called videha mukti. Means you don't come back to the same life of birth and death. But this is jivan mukti, primary, meaning here and now. If you acquire this, that will happen. Once you grow a mango tree, shade will come by itself. That is happens by itself. So it's not a contradictory. Primary is this and secondary is that. That's the only difference.
Okay, fine. I think it'll take for some more time
tomorrow,
for me to digest.
Please come to the tomorrow class. You will get ideas about it.
Yeah, definitely. Yes. Thanks, Pramodji. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Pramod bhai, I have a question.
Yes, madam.
Ivaga, when we are practicing this moksha, as you said, I mean, values nali hold the values together and all that. We are trying to practice. When we are in this process for our own good and for our own transcending and all that, how do we prepare ourselves for the onslaught? According to the Bhagavad Gita, what you said, 1 among 1,000 will practice this moksha. What about the onslaught from the 999 people when that person is practicing moksha in the living state?
Very true.
Can we protect ourselves? How do we protect? What is the path of protecting this moksha path?
Yes, very good. Very good question and very practical question, which is probably dire need for most of us, including me. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ because she told in English. ನಾವೇನೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಮೋಕ್ಷದ ದಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ 999 ಜನ, just to give 1000 ಆ ತರದಲ್ಲಿ 990 ಜನ, they are against it and they are influencing our life. How to protect ourselves? Can we protect? Is the question. I'll give you twofold answers. One, to protect, how protection. Second is how to go beyond it. The first one is Vivekananda gives a three-step methodology of how to go ahead. Whenever you're doing or whenever you're going in a wonderful path, it could be any path, wonderful path, I'm telling. Here we can consider it as moksha marga. There will be people who will be criticizing you. So the first step, people will start mocking at you, criticizing at you. Many people fizzle out there. Many people give out their pursuit of moksha, pursuit of their goal. You can't do it. Can you do it? So they start giving. Second, they start humiliating you. They start humiliating you, criticizing you, Are you the only person? Are you the, if I have to say, Sudha ma'am, are you Gargi, or are you Maitreyi, or are you Sharda Mata? You're one among them. No, why do you have to? You are not exceptional. So they start pulling you down, criticizing you, humiliating you. Few people who transcended the first step, they come to the second step, fizzle out there. If you transcend both, the third, once you persist your goal of whichever goal, here being moksha, third is they start accepting you. They consider, yeah, I think this is because Sudha ma'am is leading a wonderful life without anything. She's happy all the time. So there is something. So they start accepting. Fourth being, they start following you. They will come and ask you, Sudha ma'am, please tell me how to be happy. So this is the 4-step progress that Vivekananda gives. So humiliation, criticism, acceptance, and following. This is the first step. How you have to handle the people around. Just go have one vision, work for it. Second, moksha doesn't promise you a life of problem free or problem free life, but it makes you transcend problems. If you get moksha, I'll tell you, frankly, even traffic problem will not be solved for you. If you're going in Whitefield or Kerpuram, you have to go through traffic. If you get moksha, you can't say your husband or child coming and screaming at you, you can't stop. Maybe some siddhis, that is a part, it can come or it may not come. So otherwise, the problems will come from all directions, but it will become VIP, not very important problems. Now, all these problems are very important problems, disturbing problems. Later, it becomes VIP, where very insignificant problems. As you are, I know Sudha ma'am, she's a science teacher. So let me give you a science example itself. Just look at the sky now, in the morning or in the afternoon, and just see the same sky in the night. You see the stars at night. You see all stars blazing. Morning, you don't see the stars. Why? Because the sun is blazing so well with illuminating radiance so high. The illuminating radiance is so high, because of which the stars are not being seen. ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಹೊತ್ತು ಸೂರ್ಯನನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅಥವಾ ಬೆಳಗಿನ ಹೊತ್ತು ನಾವು ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಕ್ಷತ್ರಗಳಿಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಬೆಳಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಆ ರೀತಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತಹ ಈ ಆತ್ಮಜ್ಞಾನ, ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲೂ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಈ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ವೆರಿ ಇನ್ಸಿಗ್ನಿಫಿಕೆಂಟ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇವನ್ ಸೀನ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ಇಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬ್ ಯು. ಹೌ, ವೆನ್, how, ಇದೆಲ್ಲದನ್ನು in next few days you will learn practical tips too. But a wonderful question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, bye.
Sir, on question, sir.
Yes.
Urmila anta namaskara sir.
Yes,
ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಂದ. ಸರ್, ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರದು ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಯೋಚನೆ ಬಂತು. ಮೋಕ್ಷದ ಮಾರ್ಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ರಾಜಯೋಗ, ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ, ಜ್ಞಾನ ಯೋಗ, ಭಕ್ತಿ ಯೋಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಮೋಕ್ಷದ ಮಾರ್ಗಗಳು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು you are relating to the same idalva sir? Are you relating, or is it a different interpretation?
Each 4 yogas that you mentioned is there one day exclusive day for in the next 15 days. I don't say which day. One day is dedicated to each, but I want to correct here one thing. So there are 4 margas is what Vivekananda told. If we see his scriptures superficially, we feel yes, all 4 lead to the same goal. But if we go a little deep about the analysis of what he spoke and the scriptural background of thousands of years, 4 margas are there, but there is only one marga. What? Just to give you first, I'll give you an example, then I'll come to the concept, because always examples are all easy to comprehend. You would have seen many temples in Tamil Nadu, huge temples. ತುಂಬಾ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಗಳನ್ನ ನೋಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಧುರೈ ಇರಬಹುದು, ತಿರುವನಂತಪುರಂ ಇರಬಹುದು, many temples. ಆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ 4-5 ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಡೋರ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು. ಐ ವಾಂಟ್ ಸೇ ಡೋರ್ಸ್, ಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಟ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಜನ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಎನಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ಗೇಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ರಾಜಯೋಗದಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗದಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಭಕ್ತಿ ಯೋಗದಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಕುಂಡಲಿನಿ ಯೋಗದಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಚಕ್ರದಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಕರ್ಮದಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಸೇವೆಯಿಂದ ಆಗ್ಲಿ, ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಗೇಟ್ಗಳು ಇದೆ ಈ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನ, ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಬಟ್ ಗೇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಗರ್ಭಗುಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 4, 8, 10 ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡೋರ್ವೇ. ಅಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೇಸ್ ಟು ಕಮ್.
ಬಟ್ ನನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ನನಗಾಗಿರೋದೇನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟು ಅಟೇನ್ ದಟ್ ಮೋಕ್ಷ, ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರು ಹೇಳಿರೋದು ನನ್ಗನ್ಸೋದು ಅದ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅದ್ ಮೋಕ್ಷದ ದಾರಿಗೆ ರಾಜಯೋಗನೂ ಬೇಕು, ಕರ್ಮಯೋಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಬೈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್. ಅದು ನನ್ನ
100%. All are complete. Very true, madam. It can be, as madam told, if we can see this 4 or any 4 or 40 or 400, it can be any number. Vivekananda gave 4. It can be 400 ways, each complementing other. ಒಂದು ಒಂದೊಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಪಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೋನ್ ತರ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಒಂದನ್ನೇ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಪರ್ಸ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಿವೇಕಾನಂದರ ನೀವೇ ಕೋಟ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿವಿನಿಟಿ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ, ಡಿವಿನಿಟಿ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ದ ಡಿವಿನಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ is what is religion ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Then he continues, the same quote continues, you have to manifest either by the 4 yogas, he says, psychic control irbodu, by selfless work irbodu, by knowledge irbodu, by devotion irbodu. Then he adds one word, by one or many or all. He adds that. You can go and Google, by one or many or all. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದನ್ನೇ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬಹುದು, ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬಹುದು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಗೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ನೋಡೋಣ ಖಂಡಿತ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್, ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸರ್.
ವೆರಿ ನೈಸ್.
ಸರ್, ವೈ ಡು ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಅಂತ?
Why do we want moksha? Wonderful, very basic question. Probably if I have not answered, it's a injustice I have done to the topic. ಈಗ ನಾವೇ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಪರ್ಸ್ಯೂಟ್ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ಕಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಬೇಕು. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್? ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್, ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಪ್ಲೆಜರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಲೈಫ್? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಪಸ್, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಫುಲ್ ಲೈಫ್? ಸೊ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಎಸ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಬೇಕಿಲ್ಲ. If I am happy with whatever I have, if I feel I am happy with ups and downs in life, if I am happy with the kicks that I am getting in life, kicks ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬೇರೆ ತರ ಕಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ. Life is kicking us in each and every moment. Each and every moment we are getting kicks in life. ಹೊಡಿತಾ ಇದೆ, ಬಡಿತಾ ಇದೆ, ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಖುಷಿಗೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಕೆಳಗ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಸರಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If you are happy with this, wonderful, go ahead, you need not come. Vedanta never says it's everyone should come to moksha. No, Vedanta says try, we will wait, Vedanta will wait, you will come back one day or the other. It's not a must for everyone. That's why I told Manushyanam Sahasreshu, in thousands of people, one of them will choose this. Out of thousands, again one. So ಅರ್ಥ ಕಾಮದಿಂದ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್. ಮೋಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಬಿಡೋದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್, ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಕಾಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಧರ್ಮಕ್ಕೆ ಬರದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ equal to animals. So I would say moksha is not compulsory. You need not take moksha if you don't want, but choose dharma at least. Choose dharma. An ethical way of doing, an ethical way of living means as important as goals. If you can have this, that's fine. Time will come. And if time says you accept, otherwise reject it. No problem.
Moksha has a different dimension than what exactly possessing, prevailing anta.
Yes, sir. Can you repeat it?
Has moksha has got a different dimension than what we are observing.
Yes, most of us feel moksha means different things, like going to a place, after something, having an extraordinary experience. We consider all these things as moksha. I would say they may be, I'm using the word consciously, they may be signs of moksha. S-I-G-N-A, not S-A-I. Signs that you are progressing in the path. I won't say it is moksha. Vedanta is very clear what moksha is. And what is that and why we are here is the topic for the next day, tomorrow. We are going to analyze each, as today we have analyzed human behavior, tomorrow we are going to analyze each and every aspect in each and every session. The whole course is designed in such a way that you need not believe anything. You need not believe everything. You need not accept anything. You need not accept everything. It's up to you to accept, believe. And out of 15 days, if I have to take 100%, maybe 5% or 10% of belief is required. 90 to 95%, it is based on your life, what you are living now. It's based on experience, not an extraordinary experience, the regular experience that we are having right now. If we are matured enough to think what we are, matured enough to think what we have gone through, and matured enough to think what we want. This can give you a logical step-by-step procedure about what we want. ಮೋಕ್ಷ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕೂಡ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇನು, ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಕೂಡ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಖಂಡಿತ. Just wait, because this is just a first session. I can't explain everything in the first session. That's the only reason.
Pramodji, I had just one request to ask. ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನನ್ನ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು, ಸಾಧಾರಣವಾಗಿ we are told to walk in the right direction. ನಾವು ಸರಿಯಾದ ದಾರಿಲಿ ನಡಿಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಈ ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ we hear everywhere now, and many people also follow it. ಅಲ್ವೇ? ಆದ್ರೆ somehow the part that how do you safeguard yourself from per se being exploited by other people is somehow not spoken everywhere. And I would like you to bring that aspect in the discussion always of how not to get exploited. Yes, we need to be on the right path, yes, but we also need to exist. We can't get exploited and fizz out in life.
Very true, 100%.
So ಇದೊಂದು ವಿಷಯನ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮೀ, I mean, ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ,
it's not just for you, it's for everyone. When we have strings pulled throughout our body and throughout our life from different places, from different people, they start pulling you in different directions. We want something, but they pull us in a different direction. How to keep our goal focused? Is that what you are asking? Am I correct?
ನನ್ನ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಇದಿದ್ದು, how not to get exploited by people, by other means, if just in one straight point. So how to safeguard ourselves? Of course, not to go out of path, like ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಧರ್ಮ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು, but at the same time we must not get penalized for being the right person.
Very true.
For being on the right
side. Many people say he is too good for nothing. Many people say he is very good but good for nothing. ಇವತ್ತಂತೂ ಹಲವಾರು ಜನರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಓ ಅವನ ಗಾಂಧಿ ತರ ಬಿಡು, ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಹಲವಾರು ಸರಿ we get comments like that and criticisms like that too. But how to safeguard ourselves? Very practical question. Everyone faces it. First and foremost, we need to know what we value. Values ಅಂತಂದಾಗ, value ಅಂತಂದಾಗ, and I'll quote twice, I'll tell this, repeat it twice because it's a little tongue twister types. A value is a value if the value of the value is valued by you. Tell it again. A value is a value if the value of the value is valued by you. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ, ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಮೌಲ್ಯ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀವೋ, ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಮುಖ್ಯತೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅದು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಫಾರ್ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಮನಿ ಇಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, for one person relationship is one value, for one person ethics is value, for one person loyalty is a value. Even in our company we would have seen different people having different personal values which has their own, which makes the individual an individual. So ee drishtili what we value. For example, if I'm hoping, at least I'll take my example itself. I'm going with my friends to a party, let's assume they have taken to a place, a resort, and I'm with 8 to 10 people. All of them are drinking. And they say this is social drinking, man. This is the 21st century. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕುಡಿತಾರೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ವಿಷಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೂತವ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇದಾರೆ, ಕುಡಿದಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈಲ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ. But do I get yielded? It's up to my choice. If I value friendship, if I drink itself, they consider me as their own. They consider me as I belong to their group. So I want to be in that group, and otherwise I'm scared that I'll be pushed out. So I have that feeling of insecurity. So what I do, I don't like, but still I take a sip. If I do that, I'm compromising on my values. I don't have value for this, but I have value for that. If I value my own way of life, I say I'm with you. If you want to enjoy. Preferably I stay away, otherwise I'll stay, but I know what I should do. So if I know, when you know such demarcations, you get to know easily. But there are sometimes when gray areas come. At that time, your core values should manifest. Core values are core beliefs. That is what a person, ಈಗ ಸತ್ಯ ಹರಿಶ್ಚಂದ್ರನ್ಗೆ ಡೌಟೇ ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಎಂತೆಂತ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬಂತು, ಎಂತೆಂತ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಧರ್ಮರಾಜನ್ಗೆ ಡೌಟೇ ಬರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, Yudhishthira, who's called as Dharmaraya. But ನಮಗೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಧರ್ಮ ಅಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಸತ್ಯ ಅಷ್ಟರ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವ್ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಓಕೆ. ಇದು ನನಗ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ನನಗ್ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರೈಟ್. Whichever is it, we should get convinced. And whichever we say, feel ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ ಇದು ಓಕೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರೆ, does it have shastric injunction? Is it dharmic or adharmic? What is dharmic ಅಂತ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಚಾಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. What is dharmic? What is adharmic? It will come in the days to come. So ಆ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಲಿ ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿರೋದನ್ನೇ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಡೌಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸರಿನೂ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ನಾನು ಐ ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಒನ್ ವರ್ಡ್, ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ವೆದರ್ ಯು ಹರ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್, ಆಪತ್ ಧರ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ. ಎಕ್ಸೆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ಸ್, it is exceptional situation, you can find life threatening situations, relationship breakdowns. So ಆ ರೀತಿ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಸರಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ರಮೈಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. But that should not become a law and this should not become an exception. So 100% what you told, I'll consider that as an important point throughout the course where I can bring few points about it. Thank you very much for the feedback.
Pramod sir, we'll just finish it in
No
5 minutes.
problem. Yeah, if people have questions, we can continue. Parimala madam has raised, I think you can ask. Parimala madam?
ಜನ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್?
ಹಾ, ಜನ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಸಾಧ್ಯತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಜನರು ನಾವ್ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಹಾಗೆ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಡೌಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಯಾವ್ದಕ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಮಿಸ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು 100%. ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಫೂಲಿಶ್. ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪರಮಹಂಸರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕ ಸಾಧಕ ಆಗೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೂರ್ಖ ಆಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವ್ಯಾವಹಾರಿಕವಾಗಿ ಏನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಯು ನೀಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ರಾಮಕೃಷ್ಣ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಹಾವಿನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಿಸ್ ಬಟ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬೈಟ್. ಬುಸುಗುಟ್ಟು ಬೇಕಾರೆ ಕಚ್ಚಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೀವು ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅದ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಅಧರ್ಮ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದು ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಐ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಸ್ ಅನ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್, ಐ ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. ಪರಿಮಳ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, ಶಿ ಹಸ್ ರೇಸ್ಡ್. ಪರಿಮಳ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, okay, anyone? Every day it's going to be like this, so you can feel.
Pramod sir?
Yes.
Pramod sir, ನಾನು ಸುನೀತಾ ಅಂತ. ಇದು attaining moksha, is it the same as seeing God? Is it one and the same? Is it I don't know, enlightenment or seeing God?
100%. We have different definitions. Seeing God ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವತ್ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ ಹೆಸರು, ಅಥವಾ ಎನ್ಲೈಟನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆತ್ಮ ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಅಂತ, ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ರು ನಿರ್ವಾಣ ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಹೆಸರಿದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ದೇವರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, ದೇವರು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ದೇವರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗೋದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದೇವ್ರು, one session I'm again giving you, one session is dedicated about what exactly is God according to Vedanta. So you will get to know what God is. Then you can say ದೇವರು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಅದೇನಾ, enlightenment ina, moksha, you will get to know 100%. But idellavo, if we truly understand the right meaning, it is the same. But many times we go because of the confusing statements that we hear from others. Yes. In true essence, God realization, self realization, nirvana, all are same if we understand properly.
Thank you sir, thank you so much.
Anyone else? Otherwise we can conclude. It's an informal session, that's the reason we don't have any time slot as such. Okay, I'll wait for 5 seconds, then we can, if no one unmutes them.